Hello everybody.
Hello.
Where are we today then, Andrew?
We're at a wonderful little place, it's called Treen, and we're down not far from Land's End actually.
No, about 4 miles away I think.
And why are we here, Sarah?
You may have seen recently in the news there's been a big announcement that one of Cornwall's most popular tourist destinations, a beach here, this end of Cornwall, has been shut temporarily. So we wondered what's happened. We came down to be nosy, basically.
Have. We're good at it, aren't we? We like being nosy. Come on then, let's be nosy.
So the beach is owned by the National Trust and they have put a temporary closure notice after some coastal erosion, and we're just wondering why, has it worked, and how temporary is it? So let's go and find out.
So where we've started tonight is a little place called Treen. It's a hamlet. It's quite easy to sort of just drive by, but you should take your time and have a little wander around there. It's like a village that's like stuck in a time. I would say probably it reminds me of someone that's stuck in about the early 1900s. Some beautiful buildings. Pub is fabulous. Little hanging baskets right tonight and looking lovely. Little farmyard there. You can go in and buy your own milk and yogurts. The chickens were running around. Oh, it's beautiful. And the cottages as well. You've got to come and have a look at that as well.
You're making this sound idyllic.
It is. just need the weather. We're August, believe it or not. It's middle of August.
Yeah. Enough weather again.
I can see in front of you as well.
Oh.
I think we might get wet again. It's not beach weather.
So the beach we're looking for is Pedden or Pedney Vounder. And interestingly, it's only signposted to Luggan Rock, and this might be a theme later in our video as we explain our thinking behind this phenomenon of Pedden Vounder and its explosion into the public eye. Pedden or Pedney Vounder, we've heard it pronounced both ways, is a cove near Porthcurno in Cornwall. It has frequently been voted one of the UK's best beaches because of the colour of the water and soft, velvety, shell-crushed sand. The cove makes a stunning photo, increasing its popularity as a tourist's destination. However, there is a steep, dangerous descent to the beach. The water has rip currents and is not lifeguarded. It's difficult for rescue services to access if anything goes wrong. This summer, the National Trust decided to close access to the beach. So the beach itself, is it easy to get to?
No. It's not, is it? I mean, you've even got to walk to get to this particular beach.
Yes.
We've parked at Treen. It's probably the closest one to actually get down onto the beach. Most people probably would park in Porthcurno. It's a similar walk, but you're having to walk a while, and you're walking along the coast path. And that's before you even think about getting down onto the beach, which we know is really difficult.
Yeah, it's notoriously difficult. Here's a very interesting TripAdvisor comment that was left this year by a middle-aged lady, shall we say. I think she's in her 60s. Quite interesting reading. Sarah H posted this review on TripAdvisor last month, July 2025. She says it's absolutely one of the best beaches in Cornwall. She recommends good footwear and to leave your hands free for the scramble down. She's 64 with dodgy knees, and as long as you take it slowly, mostly on my bottom, you can do it. That lady is basically seeing it as a challenge, you know, it's bringing out her instinct of competitiveness that she's going to get down there. She's seen this beautiful beach and she is determined, even while she's scooching down on her bottom, to get there. We've now picked up the southwest coast path towards Porthcurno. It's a good 10-minute walk yet before we hit the path at the top of Pedden Vounder. And you can see that the water already is the most beautiful colour, even on a dull day, which is the huge attraction about this beach. We found this article on GB News, and it says the National Trust has closed off one of Britain's top beaches to the public over fears surrounding health and safety. Pedden Vounder, Pedney Vounder Beach on the Cornish coast is widely regarded for its idyllic scenery and turquoise waters. However, the National Trust has now cordoned it off to the public, citing dangerous rip currents and a hazardous access path. So from here we've got a view of the beach, and ordinarily at low tide there would actually be a beach. We've possibly timed it wrong, but we're doing this in response really to the news, and we can see two people leaving the beach using the path to get up.
I don't know if you can see them, but there's people over there climbing up the cliff path. So they've obviously found a way down. Chap down there, there's something to see as well as swimming. So they're getting down there. Okay, so I'm trying to get a good shot of the beach, looking back at it. There's actually some people on the beach at the moment having a swim. So there's good news and there's bad news.
Yes.
So the good news is I've been able to have a really good film of the beach from a distance. The bad news is they've all got their clothes on.
Do you want to explain?
Oh yeah. Well, when we were younger,
yes,
people kind of knew about this beach, but it was more of like a locals type beach, wasn't it? But the main thing about this was the fact it was a nudist beach.
It was.
And it still is, as far as I know.
I'm really intrigued to find out what the National Trust has actually put up in terms of a barrier or signage to tell people not to go down there, because as far as we understand it, it is closed, even if it is temporary. If you're enjoying our video, don't forget to like, maybe leave a comment, and subscribe for more videos about walks and days out in Cornwall. Now back to today's video. So along this bit of the coastal path, there are several points where you can look down onto the beach, and you can actually see people going up and down quite happily. There's footprints all over the beach that is there at the moment that's exposed. So people aren't taking any notice. It'll be interesting to see what the Trust has done. So this is the beach. It's stunning, isn't it? The water is a stunning blue and the golden sand lures you in like a magnet. There are people down there despite the fierce winds and overcast skies.
And a dog.
20 and a dog.
So I think there's some sort of signage then. We've got to go down and try and find a bit of it.
Yeah, but I think I've got an injury, so I've got back problems, and that's one of the reasons I wouldn't even bother trying to get down there. I'd make an absolute fool of myself. And even this bit is putting me off, so I'm going to try and find another way. See if there's a triangular bit that meets up with it. Andrew's a lot fitter and doesn't have an injury.
I see a sign now. I'm going to go down and just try and film it.
Okay, well I might take my time to get down there. I'm staying up here. We're getting too old.
It's quite steep. Stop putting my leg up.
Oh, we're getting too old for these shenanigans.
It's not putting them off, is it?
No, no, it definitely isn't. What does the sign actually say?
Heavy-duty sign there. It says danger, no access to Penn Beach.
Yeah.
It says the route ahead has been closed for safety reasons. The path is eroded in places, making it unstable, with steep drops and ending in a near vertical 6-metre climb down onto the beach below. 6 metres, that's like 20 feet.
18 feet, yeah, 20 feet.
The sea at this location is also dangerous due to rip currents, and there have been regular serious incidents involving the emergency services at this beach, and we recommend using the beach at Porthcurno, which is the next one down.
Yeah.
They put a great big sort of metal chain or wire.
Wire, it's big steel wire, isn't it?
There. Yeah, so they clearly don't want people going down there.
No. Does it say it's temporary?
No, we're on that. Doesn't say anything about it being temporary.
Okay. Looking at what the National Trust have put in place with this stop view. So thinking about coastal erosion, this is a shot from our previous vantage point, just having a look to see if there's any obvious signs of it.
There's another sign here, so another National Trust sign. No drones. Did we bring our drone today?
I think this is what makes people lose a bit of faith in the National Trust, because they put up so many signs and eventually it just becomes like white noise, doesn't it? And preventing people flying drones, well, yeah, I can understand it if you're down there with nothing on, but that's your choice to take all your clothes off. It's a public beach, so people have phones, they have cameras, you're gonna get snapped in the news.
It takes away the impact as well of the serious signs.
Yes,
Isn't it? That sign they've put in, they've done it for a reason, and they don't want people getting into difficulty down there, do they?
No.
Extreme sketching.
Yes, it is. They're just waiting for my book to fly away. But I'm really enjoying the deep crevices between those lumps of granite that are left, and you've got this pale creaminess of the granite, and it combines with like a deep salmony rusty colour. It's beautiful. And the beach is now pockmarked with lots of footprints as the tide is receding. So that's what I've got so far.
Very good.
I don't think I can do much more.
It's quite extreme, isn't it? I filmed a deep crevice as well. They've just got in for a dip.
So do you think the National Trust has made a bit of a boob here?
No, I don't. I think the people on the beach are making a big boob.
Yeah. Well, we've known about this place for years, haven't we? Never actually got down there, and I don't think we ever will now. Unless we take a boat, I guess, one day. Whilst I was happily sketching, Andrew took the opportunity just to observe people's behaviour. Would they go down?
That's interesting.
Change their mind.
They changed their mind. I think they were going to go down. They had a look at the sign, turned around, and went back again. Can I have one? Thank you. Thank you. So can I say, we've been here probably about 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Right, I've seen one or two people come, have a read of the sign, who are obviously looking at going down onto the beach and haven't bothered. They've turned around and went back again. You look really cold.
I'm freezing. Freezing.
Should we go and get some food?
Please.
Come on then.
So we were going to talk to you guys about the influence of social media on this situation. Has the fact that Pedden Vounder been on social media so much and been so successful on social media, has that now contributed to its closure?
It's got to. It's got to. I mean, it's, you know, Instagram, TikTok, all you see is these beautiful, beautiful images. And people see it, don't they? And they think, oh, well, when we're in Cornwall, we need to look that up. We need to go there. I want to be on that beach. That looks amazing.
Yes.
So yes, it has. I think it definitely has.
So we had a look in our history books as well, or collection of older books, and we wanted to see what the travel writers of years ago made of Pedden Vounder. And we have got one or two of those books with us. Do you want to read them out, or do you think it's too windy?
No, we'll give it a go.
Okay.
3 green books.
3 green books,
well, greenish.
Indeed. So this is the oldest, it's Victorian, and it was published in 1876, A Week at the Land's End. The next one is a travellogue from the turn of the century, 1909, and Folliot-Stokes did quite a few of these around Cornwall. And the last one is 1936, so just between the wars.
And that one's called Walking in Cornwall by J. Hockin.
Yes. Okay. So J.T. Blight, in his book, he does mention Pedden Vounder, and he does say that it means in Cornish headland with a road, and he says the road is nothing more than a craggy path down the face of the cliff which you descend as if it were a ladder, placing the feet cautiously and grasping patches of turf to prevent you from falling backwards. it's impossible for the pathway to be nearer the perpendicular. So even at, well, what's this, 150 years ago, it was a treacherous climb down. But he does say that the cove has such a tempting influence that one is induced to descend, even at the risk of breaking one's own neck. No.
It's quite apt, isn't it?
he knows the deal. And there's a plate that he did from the beach, looking back towards Luggan Headland. So this is book number 2.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? So 1909, Folliot Stokes. This one.
From Land's End to the Lizard.
Yeah, and he's talking about as he's entering into Porthcurno, and this is the area where the Minack Theatre is now, and he's talking about how there's a well-kept cricket ground there. I think that might still be there. It certainly was up until about 15 years ago. I think this might be where the car park is, where the Minack Theatre is now. But he's talking about entering into Porthcurno, and he's comparing it really to like the Mediterranean. He says, this is not lessened by the brilliant colour of the sea and the whiteness of the sand in the cove, which is composed of broken shells. There is excellent bathing here. So it's the start, really, I think, of people, because before that they came to look at the rock formations and maybe come to look at the wildlife and the birds and plants and things like that. But we're definitely moving into a period where bathing is starting to be more important, maybe not more important, but more enjoyable,
more acceptable,
yeah, more exciting,
more normal.
Yeah. And this final book is called Walking in Cornwall. It's from the 1930s, and the author of this, he says that Porthcurno Beach, which many hold to be the loveliest of all beaches, 1/2 mile of gleaming shell sand under tall craggy cliffs, and you will find too that you can descend to it without going round to the mouth of the Porthcurno Coombe. Now, he doesn't actually call it Pedenvounder, but there is a beach at Porthcurno. The beach at Porthcurno isn't 1/2 mile of gleaming sand, but when the tide is out, I think you have got about 1/2 mile of beach at Pedenvounder. So I wonder if that is a description of Pedenvounder as well, because when you look on the old maps, they don't actually call it Pedenvounder.
So those 3 books do give slightly different accounts of this area with different emphasis, and the one that gives any information at all from Pedenvounder is written by a local man. J.T. Blight actually was born in Redruth, grew up in Penzance, so he knew the area very, very well, whereas the other 2 people were visitors. Does that make a difference? I don't know. We even had a look at some old maps to see when did Pedenvounder become important enough to actually appear on maps. The cove is not named on a 1925 map or 1961. Is no one looking for it at this point in time? Let's zoom forward to this century. A lovely paper map. Ordnance Survey. It's about 10 years old now. So Porthcurno and the Minack are here, and around the bay, here is the beach that we're talking about. It's not even named. Everywhere you look in this area, there is no reference on signposts or on maps to Pedenvounder, and it kind of backs up our thinking that this phenomenon, the desire to go to Pedenvounder, has been created recently. It is not something that has been a traditional place to visit. A Cornwall Live report said how one particular photograph of Pedenvounder Beach went viral. Now that was the report from 2021, and we haven't got a picture to show you because they didn't include it in their report, but it seems that it stems from that moment, and everybody since has wanted to come to this beach. So it's become part of this tick list tourism that people are indulging in, and I think that is going to be a problem going forward for Cornwall if other things are not going to end up being closed because of their popularity. How does Cornwall remain attractive to visitors if popular places are closed? You've got Bedruthen Steps. That became a hugely popular place, and it has not been reopened since the collapse of the steps up there. Another one is Bassini. That's been closed for ages, again due to erosion. And I don't know that just by putting a sign up and putting closed like they have here is going to stop people wanting the desire, that thrill of challenging themselves to get down this steep descent I don't think it's going to stop that in people.
Cornwall Live, quality journalism. You can't dispute it. It must be true. It's on Cornwall Live. Another one I'd add to your list that's closed. Whipsodary Beach up at Newquay. We had a video about it recently, didn't we? Steps there, they've closed them off, and that's because of erosion. But it's man-made erosion. If you don't know what we mean, you'll have to go and watch a video.
At all three beaches, Bedruthen, Bossiney and Whipsodary, people are still finding a way through to their favourite beach. So can the National Trust realistically stop people going to Pedenvander with the huge social media presence that it has? It'd be interesting to see if the National Trust reopens this. They do say it's temporary on GB News, but how reliable is that source? I don't know. So we will keep an eye out. We'll keep ears to the ground, won't we, Andrew? And it's interesting to see these things unfold sometimes and develop.
Yeah, I think the popularity of that has been its downfall, isn't it? We've actually witnessed it. So we haven't filmed it in the past, but we've seen queues of people wanting to go down there, haven't we? And it is clearly a difficult descent.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to go down, but you've got people coming up as well, that makes it even worse because it's
so
really narrow in places, isn't it? And you see them going down. They've got flip-flops on. They might have a buggy with them. They've got
backpacks,
got the old surfboard thing going on, haven't they? Cool boxes, all that sort of thing. It's a beach day, is what they're preparing themselves for, and that beach is clearly not designed for that. It's a minimalist beach.
It certainly is, isn't it?
You don't take much. You don't wear much.
In every sense of the word.
But yeah, it was obviously clearly way too many people going down. And it must be a health and safety risk. You can see it now. The National Trust must be there thinking, waiting for all the lawsuits to hit because someone will do something stupid down it, need rescuing, and you know as well as I do how much it costs to get the old air ambulance there, or
small fortune, isn't it? And it's not saying that anything specific is going to happen if you visit that beach. You are increasing your risk of injury. There is a recent incident where somebody broke their leg on the way down, didn't they?
Well, somebody did die there, I think, a few weeks ago, but I think it was more got into difficulty in the water, possibly maybe had a heart attack, I'm not sure, but it wasn't to do with
and that could have happened on any beach. But point is, it's really hard for the rescue services to get to you there, so you're increasing the risk to them if you have something happen to you whilst you're on that beach.
Sarah, will you be going down there?
No, I've got no desire to go down there. No. Will you?
Oh, I can find other beaches to take all my clothes off on. Far easier to get to.
We better put signs up on them. Closed.
That'll scare everybody off.
Right, are we going to head home now?
I think we are.
So I think that's it from us for now, and we'll say goodbye and see you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.